Hey guys. Oh, great. Okay, so you probably recognize where I'm sitting if you saw the video from like last summer, which was about breaking my hand. I'm gonna be honest, I've kind of been putting off making this video for probably a week or two, and I was gonna do it this weekend, but I just couldn't really get myself out of bed to do it. And this is this video is not going to be edited. Ugh, whatever. I'm not gonna edit this video at all. This is the raw, just straight up raw cut of everything. It's just not gonna be any like jump cuts or anything like that. My neighbors probably think I'm crazy now because I'm sitting on my porch talking to myself. Okay, they're gone. And guys, really, what are you doing over there? Okay, they're gone. They're probably gonna think I'm crazy or something now, but whatever. I have a completely different, and this is the actual reason as to why I post like once a month or probably once every 2 months or something like that. So I know the last 2 videos I've said the same thing. It's just school, it's just homework piling up, we've been really busy, like stuff like that. But, like, no, that's not it. Oh my god, shut up. That's not the real reason I rarely upload. So, like, yes, school is a part of that, because especially during this crazy time period right now that we're going through, but oh, great, just great. It's raining. Anyways, this video is so all over the place. So my mental health is not exactly how I guess it's portrayed, or like how you guys see it as in my videos, but it's like not like really bad, but it's not really good at the same time. Like, I have minor breakdowns from time to time, and it's also like anxiety that bothers me a lot. Like, yeah, like I'm kind of antisocial, so when it comes to doing a presentation in front of a group of people, especially at school, because I'm antisocial, my anxiety kind of gets triggered a little. Like, and if you go to school with me, you probably know how antisocial I am. And I'm gonna be honest, like, I've gone through everything in my head for like probably 2 weeks up to now to try and film this video for you guys, because I want to make sure I don't leave anything out, and I want to give you like an actual reason, because there is one. And I'm not gonna say that I lied, because I clearly, like, I didn't lie, but I kind of just didn't want to put it out there that it's anxiety and mental breakdowns and stuff like that. Like, I didn't want to have to put that out there, and that's not something I should have to put out. But me, I'm a brutally honest person. Like, if you like have grown up with me or anything, like, you would know how brutally honest I am. And some people tend to take that as kind of like a stuck-up bitchy princess, which I'm not. But my mental health is kind of not good, but it kind of is. Like, yes, I have those days where I'm happy-go-lucky and I'm perfectly fine. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, my appearance right now, like, what I'm wearing is completely a different person. Like, it's not me. Like, yeah, it's kind of my personality, but for today and sitting down talking to you guys, the way I'm dressed is not how I feel. It's not how you guys would see me as, I guess you could put it. But so my anxiety got really bad around summertime of last year, and like, it's been getting a lot worse. And before this whole thing started, I did go to my doctor and like explain it, and I was given a book. Stupid as that sounds, they actually printed off a book, and I was told to read this book, do exercises, do yoga, like, do mindfulness, like, breathe in and like breathe out, like that type of stuff, to like just do that kind of stuff anytime that my anxiety really messes with me. And believe me, like, I've tried, but it just doesn't help. Like, they gave me a book to read that talks about anxiety. It's mostly about anxiety, but it does talk about depression, because it's kind of tied in with anxiety somehow, I guess. But I don't know. I'm not going to explain it, because that's not my profession. And like, as much as a bookworm I am, that's not something I would read. And this video is really hard to make, but it was also trying to find the time to make it, because I'm gonna be honest, like, I didn't even want to make this video today, especially after what happened around this morning around like 10 a.m. Like, I'm not gonna talk about what happened, because that's personal, and I have a right to keep it personal, and I'm going to keep it personal. But basically, I had like a mental / emotional breakdown. Okay, so it was kind of mental and it was emotional, and I ended up locking myself in the bathroom. But that's all I'm gonna say. So like, that happened this morning, hence why I sound like I've been crying, and just why my voice is the way it is right now. And just thinking about it makes me want to start crying. And trying to like make this video and just like explain it to you guys is really hard for me to do. And I do want to say, like, I'm not doing this for clout. I'm not doing this to gain subscribers. Like, I'm not doing this for attention, because I'm the type of person that is so antisocial that they don't like being the center of attention. I remember this one school year like myself, like 8th grade, like my phone went off during class by accident, and I had thought that I turned it off, and I didn't. And it was embarrassing. And that's not something that I'm used to, because it went off during class and everybody's attention was on me, and the teacher was kind of a bitch about it. Not gonna lie, she was. And I'm gonna be honest, like, I wanted to cry because everybody's attention was on me. Like, it was an accident. I guess this kind of thing happens all the time, but if you're the shy, quiet, sticks to a small group of friends, antisocial type of person like I am, that's going to be hard for you to deal with. Because that was hard for me to deal with. Because, like, after that class, like, for the rest of the day, that's all everybody was talking about. And it was really upsetting. Like, I acted like it didn't bother me, when clearly it did. Like, I'm pretty sure my face was, like, beet red when that happened. But that is a story time for a completely different video that I'm gonna film for you guys. And, hold on. Big truck coming through. Okay, so that's gonna be something completely different, and I will tell you guys that in like a better like story time video that I have planned. But that is just an example of how I'm antisocial, how like I can't handle being the center of attention because it's embarrassing. And my school is pretty large, there's a lot of students, and it's actually gotten bigger probably within the last few years. Like, my graduating class for this year, class of 2020, is so huge. There's lots of us in that class. And so I'm gonna say, like, when you're in high school, word travels around a lot quick. Like, you would expect at my school for it to not travel around so quick, but it does. Like, you would expect it to not, like, travel around because there's so many people in that school. But it gets around really quick. Like, the way my school is there's pre-K, like, there's, like, preschoolers, because there's, like, this room, there's, like, this classroom specifically just for, like, preschoolers, and then there's a hallway for kindergartners, and then, like, my school is just complicated, but it's kind of easy to navigate, especially if you grew up in the area and you've been there your whole life, you know. And so, like, 4th grade, like, 1st and 2nd are on the same hall, 3rd and 4th grade are on the same hall, 5th and 6th grade are on the same hallway, and 7th and 8th grade is kind of a little wonky. It's kind of all over the, like, 7th grade is on, like, one, like, 7th and 8th grade is kind of a little wonky, especially with how things have been changing at the school. And then you have, like, 9th through 12th grade, like, all on the same hallway pretty much, because it's a little weird, like, different hallways and all that. Like I said, it's complicated. So trying to navigate your way growing up and going through high school, that's stressful. I feel like I can't breathe right now because I'm trying to talk about this. But like I said, like, the book that I was given to read, it didn't help. In my opinion, it just made me a little worse than I was already feeling. And it really, like, I couldn't even get past probably the 1st or 2nd page because it really, like, it got to me. And, like, yes, I'm emotionally unstable when it comes to specific things, and I do have a tendency where I come off bipolar. But, you know, almost everybody can act as if they're bipolar sometimes, when sometimes they're not. When they're not even bipolar, they act it sometimes. But what I was given to try didn't work. It didn't help. It didn't make me feel better whatsoever. It just made me feel worse. And it's gotten, like, I do have those days where I'm perfectly fine and I'm happy-go-lucky, but then I have those days where it could last like a day or two, or sometimes it can last for like an entire week, where I'm just not happy. And I'm not gonna lie, like, right now, I'm not happy. Like, somebody knocking on the door, whatever. Like, right now, for the past week or two, I have not been happy. And, you know, I have trouble adjusting to change. So this whole thing that's been going on is really hard for me, especially because I'm graduating and I'm never going to see my friends again. At least not for a while. And because I plan on moving pretty soon, like, not like soon, but I plan on moving. Like, I'm not gonna go to college, like, but that's a whole other video too. But I have a hard time adjusting to change, and that kind of ties in with, like, my anxiety and, like, emotionally it's hard to deal with. And again, like, I'm not making this video to gain more followers or anything like that. Like, I'm not doing it for attention. I'm not doing it for clout. Like, for me, making YouTube videos is, I want it to be a hobby, and if later on down the road it turns into a job or whatever, I'm fine with that. Like, I don't care. Like, for me, right now, it gives me something to do, because especially now, I have so much free time on my hands that I need something to do. And, you know, it's kind of fun to just sit and talk to a camera when you don't have people to talk to. Like, for me, if I had to choose between physical contact with a person, like face-to-face communication, versus choosing to talk to a camera. Sorry, I got a text message. Like I said, like, for the past few months I've been using my phone, but whatever. It's just, I forgot what I was saying. Great. So emotionally, I'm like clouded. My head is like clouded because of how upset I am emotionally. But I'm not happy. I'm not doing okay. Like, I'm not okay. Like, I'm not sick or anything. I'm not okay. And, like, everybody has those, like, time periods where they're not okay, where they're not happy, and, like, that's okay. But when it kind of shifts into a constant thing that happens, there can be possibly two outcomes. Like, you could come out of it just fine, or you could kind of, like, slip in and out of it, like, which is kind of what I do. Like, I'll be happy for a time period or whatever, and then I'm not happy. And, you know, the days where I am happy, like, I'm okay, and, you know, I kind of feel a lot better, and I feel like a completely new person. But when I'm completely, like, how I am right now, I'm, like, not okay. So I was gonna plan on just taking a few more months off from filming, but I'm trying so hard to force myself to get out of bed at this point. Like, I have not slept, to be honest with you, I have not slept in an entire week. Like, I will sleep all day, just straight until like 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Which, it's not good for me mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, it's just not good for me. And, you know, I used to be able to get up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning and, you know, get on with and start my day off that early, but now I can't do it. Like, it slowly shifted to where I would get up around probably 11:30, 12 o'clock, and then I completely broke off from that, and I just don't get out of bed that much anymore. Like, sometimes my grandmother actually has to come in and be like, hey, are you still breathing in here? And I kind of have to force myself to get out of bed. Like, if I get up, I go and, like, I do what I gotta do for, like, the bathroom, or, like, I get coffee, or, like, whatever, but I'll go out to the kitchen, and, like, I'll do what it is I gotta do, and then I just go right back in my room, and I turn Netflix on. Now, watching Netflix 24/7, like, that's not what my problem is. Like, my problem is my mental health. And I don't know, like, you know, in this video, I could still be like I could still be like this for a whole another week. But this is my real reason as to why I don't post as much as I say I'm gonna, or as I want to. Like, I do want to post a video for you guys, like, every week, especially because I have so much free time on my hands, especially now, but it's not easy. It's not, like, I'm not, like, shifting away from it, because I do spend a lot of time on YouTube in general. Like, it's not just Netflix, it's YouTube and Netflix that I spend a lot of time on. But, you know, for me, because I spend so much time on YouTube just in general, in a way that should kind of motivate me to want to post more for you guys. But it doesn't, because I can't get out of bed to do it. And, you know, I don't want to film a video for you guys where I'm faking a smile and I'm acting all happy-go-lucky and bubbly, because that's not what I should give you guys. That's not what my goals are, and that's just not what any YouTuber, like, any YouTuber knows this. Like, you don't want to post something that you're not proud of, or that you're acting like a completely different person in. And me, I try so hard to act like I'm happy. Like, you don't see it in person or anything like that. Like, you don't know what goes on behind the screen because you're just watching. Like, you could be watching any video that I post where I look like I'm happy and everything like that, when in reality, chances are I'm not. And, you know, that's not what I want to post. Like, I don't want to post something for you guys where it's, like, happy, bubbly, like, I'm smiling. Like, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to give you something that hurt, like, ugh, shouldn't have had that McDonald's, but okay. Like, I don't want, for the people who are subscribers to me, like, I don't want to give you guys something that is a lie. Like, I don't even want to sit down and film a video that I'm probably just gonna end up deleting instead, either way. Like, that's not, like, I'm trying to force myself out of bed nowadays and get on with my life like I'm perfectly fine. But from now on, if I don't post something, it's because of what this video is basically about. And I get it, like, it's probably really hard for some of you to, like, get what I'm saying because this video is completely all over the place, but I'm not gonna edit this video. I'm just not. And I probably will end up refilming this. But I don't want to do that anymore. Like, I don't want to film something where I'm pretending to be happy when in reality I'm probably not. So I do have a list of videos that I want to film for you guys. I just need to work on my mental health right now, so I might upload again at the end of this week, and I might not. It just depends on how I'm feeling. Like, so this is basically my reason as to why I don't post, because of my mental health and how it's literally fucked me up mentally. Sometimes it hurts me physically, but it's mostly emotionally. It's like 100% emotionally messing me up. There are days where it physically messes me up, but not as much. Like, it's probably like 10% physical damage to me, but it's 100% emotional damage and probably like 50% mental damage. But before filming a video and pretending like I'm happy, I don't want to do that anymore, and that's not what I wanted to do, to let you guys know how I'm doing, because that's not how I'm doing. And this is why. This whole thing is why. This whole video that I've talked to you about this stuff is why. So this is just, and like, if you follow me on Instagram, you would know, because let's see, I started my Instagram account in what, 8th grade? Yeah, I started my Instagram account in like 8th grade, which is probably about 4 years ago. And you can just see that over the years, I have just depressing quotes and stuff like that on there. Like, it's dark. And now, for like the last few days that I've been posting, are like photos where like I'm happy and stuff. Like, and in those photos, I really am happy. Like, that's not a lie. But I'm forcing myself to do better. And so this is just, that's it. I have nothing more to say. And some of you are probably expecting me to cry like a baby and do this for clout or attention, but I'm not. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because for those of you who are subscribed and haven't seen a video from me in like 2 months are probably curious as to why I'm not posting. And I decided to give you the real reason. So here's your reason, and that's really all I gotta say. So I will probably upload next week, but if I don't, then I'll probably upload the week after that.